Hello guys, Brad again, and I just wanted to do a video where I just kind of share with you guys some of my music collection. I was a big fan of music long time before I ever cared anything about fragrances or anything like that. My interest in fragrances probably started, I'm guessing, probably around maybe 2003, 2004, but yeah, music, that was always something that I've been a big fan of, especially probably from like my college years on, going way back to the 80s. Um, I'm not quite as into checking out new music as much as I used to. Mostly what I do now is I just look for good deals on eBay, and I've been listening to like just like DJ music from sampler CDs and stuff like that lately. But I just thought I'd go through some of the CDs and cassettes that have meant a lot to me over the years, in no specific order. And this is just a sampling of my collection. This is by no means an official top 10 list. So I went through cassettes, I went through CDs, and I just dug out a few things that I kind of liked at one time and would still recommend if you haven't heard these before to check them out. If you're into the same kind of music that I am, which is basically like late 80s, 90s style college rock mostly. This first one, artist is named Peter Himmelman. This is his album Synesthesia. I really enjoy Peter Himmelman. I have a couple of his albums. I would kind of say he's kind of like an alternative version of like Billy Joel or something like that. A piano-driven musician. I really like his stuff. Another one, I think this is actually a Canadian band. If you're from Toronto, maybe you've heard of these guys. I don't think they're real popular in the United States, but I just kind of stumbled on this band by accident. I think Blue Rodeo. They're kind of like a an alternative country band, kind of in the same vein as the Jayhawks, Wilco, stuff like that. This one's called Lost Together. One of their earlier albums, pretty good country alternative album. If you like Blue Eyed Soul, um, bands like Hall & Oates and stuff like that, you might want to check out Paul Carrick. Paul Carrick used to sing with Mike and Mechanics. He sang with Squeeze. He's a very good male solo artist. This one's called Blue Views, and I have a few of his albums as well. I really enjoy his voice and his music. Um, this one doesn't have a label on it, but the band is called Shaded Red. They were like a Christian alternative band. I would say their sound is kind of like the band Live, if you remember them. Kind of a cross between Live and Toad the Wet Sprocket. And on the subject of Toad the Wet Sprocket, I do actually, have a kind of like a best of Toad the Wet Sprocket CD. One of my favorite bands from the 80s, 90s. Uh, just really nice sound in my opinion. This one just happens to have most of their bigger songs, but I would say about the third album that they put out, they really found their groove, and I would recommend pretty much anything that they've done um, after about this first or second album. Another band I really like, well, this is actually going to talk about two different artists. Juliana Hatfield. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Juliana Hatfield, just a wonderful female solo artist. She also sang with a band called the Blake Babies. And this is a Blake Babies album. This was kind of like a reunion album that they did. Um, just really enjoy her voice. She has like this childlike voice, but she has an intensity to herself as well. So if you haven't checked out Juliana Hatfield, either as a solo artist or with the Blake Babies, I would recommend you check them out. Another band from the 90s that didn't quite get their just due, but I thought the album was really great. Chalk Farm. And if you like bands like 90s alternative bands, you have to check out Chalk Farm. I think this one's called Notwithstanding. They kind of remind me a little bit of Toad the Wet Sprocket as well, but they're more of an edgier band. Who else do I like? Oh, Eric Martin, one of my favorite male vocalists. He used to sing with the band Mr. Big, which is probably one of my favorite hair metal bands, but his solo work is pretty commendable as well. If you haven't checked him out, you should. We got a band here, Cowboy Mouth, a quirky college rock band. This one's called Uh-Oh. He also sang Jenny Says, and that album was really good too. And finally, Tom Jones. This one's, I think, like an import album called Reload. Does a lot of really interesting cover versions of songs like Burning Down the House, Kiss from Prince, Little Green Bag, and stuff like that. I really like that album as well. So those are 10 CDs and cassettes that kind of give you an idea of what kind of music I like. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you've ever seen any of those acts in concert, or if you have your own preferences. You can comment down below or do a response video. That would be great. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.